guys, this is Modest Major here, bringing you some commentary over some Infinity Big Team Battle gameplay. It's on the map Meltdown. You might be wondering why I played Big Team. Well, I wanted to be able to show off this new DMR camo that I just unlocked. It goes by the name of Bones. If you're wondering how I got it, basically I ordered one of the McFarlane limited edition action figures off of the website, and with it you can gain skins. The depressing thing is there's no BR skin. You can get skins for like the Storm Rifle, the Carbine, I believe there's a Light Rifle one and an Assault Rifle one, but it's kind of a shame that they overlooked the BR skin when that's probably the most popular weapon in this game. So hopefully that comes out sooner or later, but we'll just have to wait and see. The action figure itself, I wasn't particularly interested in. I might do some sort of like vlog thing sooner or later showing it off, but it's basically the CIO helmet and armor variant, which I'm not the biggest fan of, to be honest. I know my friend Impossible, aka Snowmiser, uses it as his Twitter picture, so you can check that out if you want, but you know, it's not really my scene, to be honest. I wanted a warrior. Like, if there was a warrior action figure, I might actually be interested in it and use it, but at the same time, I'm just in it for the skins, and this is another example of why I just think skins should be in Halo 5, and they should be purchasable. Obviously, they did it in Gears of War 3, where there were a large amount of skins on offer, and you could purchase them. And you could get some pretty cool ones on there, and people went crazy over that stuff, myself included. I am not a hard sell when it comes to skins. You know, it doesn't necessarily negatively affect the gameplay itself. There's no benefits you get. It's just something cool that you can put on your weapon and have fun with. I think some people are kind of against the idea of skins because they think it's too corporate and commercially and just trying to bleed money out of you. But I disagree, because it doesn't negatively affect anyone else. It's just something fun you can do with your guns. And I just like having something unique that not many other people have, and I think this is going to be a pretty unique skin because hardly any people are going to buy these action figures. Although, when it came to customs and like buying it online from the UK, you don't even want to know how much I got screwed over money-wise. Like, you don't want to know. It was outrageous. And to be honest, I'm not going to tell you guys, A, out of that's a private purchase, and B, out of sheer embarrassment, because it's just cringeworthy the amount of money I had to spend on that stuff. But anywho, what I wanted to talk about today is the new bulletin that just released. Of course, as usual, they released it extremely late at night, which needs to stop. Like, I live in the UK and it comes out at like 5, 6 AM, something ridiculous. It even comes out late by USA standards, so I don't know. I don't know why they leave it so late, but basically this bulletin wasn't one of the most interesting ones, which is why I've kind of left it till late in the video. There's not that much to talk about, to be honest. Basically, Multi-Team Regicide was the playlist that they decided to choose as the voting option within the multi-team playlist, which I was really, really depressed about, to be honest. Me and I Am Dagger really wanted King of the Hill Snipers, just because, well, from Dagger's perspective especially, from a montage's perspective, oh my god, the amount of clips he would have gotten was insane. And to be honest, just the idea of an objective-based sniper playlist was definitely a lot more unique to Multi-Team Regicide. Multi-Team Regicide is basically VIP from Halo 3, so it's not really that interesting or innovative. And I can understand why people didn't vote King of the Hill Snipers, because A, a lot of people aren't particularly very good with the sniper, and it's not necessarily their thing. It's a bit of a niche. And B, it might have been a bit questionable on an objective playlist, because it might have, you know, no one's going to play the objective in that. They're all going to be trying to pull off 6 snipes, and it might have gotten a bit stupid. So I sort of understand both sides of the coin, but I still think it would have been more interesting and unique than Multi-Team Regicide. And as you can see, this Ghost on my team is a freaking idiot. Like, what is it with Ghost drivers and their inability to see their teammates around them? They just don't check the radar. They just drive in and, like, they just go for the kill even if you're in the way. He was really, really frustrating me. I hate some Ghost drivers because they're just idiotic, and they shouldn't be betraying when it comes to that, because how can I avoid his stupidity? But anyway, I'm not really excited for Multi-Team Regicide. I think it will be fun for gameplays. What I am excited for is the fact that instead of having 6 teams of 2, they've changed it to 4 teams of 3, which is definitely a lot more logical, because, you know, in terms of the map design in Halo, there's usually 4 corners, and they each have, like, are separated into quadrants in some way. Like, Adrift is pretty much separated into quadrants. Haven, not necessarily, but I think it makes more sense as a quadrant-based map than a, you know, all-around map where there just isn't enough room for 6 teams to be spawning. whereas 4 teams of 3 gives them a lot more flexibility, and the spawning is just going to make a lot more sense in general. So that's pretty awesome. I've spoken about in previous videos how I'd rather it just be 4 teams of 2 like it was in Halo 3. I think that was the perfect solution, and I've never understood why they've decided to go down some sort of like big team battle, multi-team variant. Never really appealed to me, but that's just my opinion on the matter. One more thing about the gameplay in the background. It was a 32-4. Basically, I really wanted to show off some gameplay with this new skin because I'm a gloater and I love to boast about my new skins. So I played one game before dinner, and this was the game that I played. I went 32-4, and I've cut up the gameplay because there were some severely boring elements of the gameplay. And when I say severely boring, I mean like nothing happens for a good 3 minutes, which was kind of depressing. I hate Meltdown, I really do. The fact that it was removed from CTF is amazing. It's just a shame that they decided to compensate for no Meltdown by adding in more Ragnarok. Bit depressing, but there we go. But as I've said, there's really not much to talk about considering this bulletin. I think next week's bulletin will be a lot more interesting, and I think we're going to see more details regarding the Team Slayer CSR options. They said that's going to be coming out later in the month, which is pretty awesome. That's probably what I'm most looking forward to at the moment, just in my opinion. But let me know in the comments what you think about this multi-team regicide, and if you were happy with that being a voting option. I've been Modest Major. Thank you for watching. Peace out.